Mount Washington doesn't just have weather. It creates it. A clear sky can collapse into a screaming whiteout in minutes, faster than most people can descend to safety. Wind gusts don't pick up, they detonate. The summit once recorded 231 miles per hour in 1934, the second highest natural wind gust ever measured on Earth. Hurricane-force winds batter this ridge more than 100 days a year. Ice forms midair. Clouds boil upward without warning. This place looks harmless. Families and sneakers. A gift shop at the summit. It feels more like a park than a death zone. But more than 160 people never came back. A mountain with a parking lot shouldn't have worse weather than the Arctic. But it does. And before this video ends, you'll understand why hikers freeze to death meters from shelter, why they keep their eyes open when they collapse, and why some are found with their clothes folded neatly beside them, while they're still warm. Because Mount Washington isn't a hike. It's a test. And it changes the rules before you know they've changed. Mount Washington doesn't sit under the weather. It sits inside the machinery that creates it. 3 major storm pathways converge here. Cold fronts from Canada, Atlantic systems spiraling inland, and Gulf storms pushing northward. When they meet, the atmosphere doesn't mix, it detonates. The shape of the presidential range turns weather into a weapon. This is the Venturi effect, like putting your thumb over a garden hose. Pressure spikes, and the stream explodes outward. Mount Washington is that thumb pressed against the sky. Miles of atmosphere funnel through narrow granite gaps, accelerating wind from a breeze to hurricane force in hundreds of yards. Clouds don't drift. They boil upward, clawing into the sky. Compression rewrites temperature rules. Thermometer may say 30 degrees Fahrenheit, but wind chill plunges toward minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit in a gust, enough to flash freeze skin in minutes. Pause this. Look at the summit. It doesn't look deadly. That's the trap. You can laugh in sunlight, and less than 2 minutes later, be inside a whiteout so dense you can't see your hands. Once inside, your sense of direction vanishes. Your inner ear relies on visual cues. Without them, balance fails. Every direction seems right, but leads deeper into the storm. Here, weather isn't arriving. It's manufactured, right before you. Mount Washington doesn't just overwhelm weather. It overwhelms you. Winds above 75 miles per hour, hurricane force, happening 100-plus days yearly. Push your body into emergency mode. Humans aren't evolved for wind strong enough to knock adults off their feet. Breath is first to falter. Wind at 80 to 90 miles per hour strips heat from lungs faster than it can be replaced. Each inhale feels thin, cold, metallic, as if air burns inside. The real danger is relentless heat loss. It feels like warmth is being stolen from your skin. Below minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit wind chill. Exposed skin freezes in under 5 minutes. Hands stop working, not from pain, but loss of control. Fingers fumble the zipper. Brain commands fail. The umbles begin, the classic hypothermia symptoms. Fumbles, mumbles, stumbles. Glove drops unnoticed. Moments later, forgotten. A misstep by an inch on Mount Washington can cause a fall you don't survive. The body pulls blood from limbs to protect your core. It feels like limbs unplugging. First toes, then fingers, then thoughts. Your mind shrinks to simple words. Walk, warmth, shelter, now. Then comes the deadliest lie. Paradoxical undressing. Your body feels warm, even burning. Victims unzip jackets, remove gloves, sometimes fold clothes beside them. Not surrender, but brain shut down. Now, your decision decides everything. Freeze frame. You're 500 feet from shelter. Sudden whiteout. 75 miles per hour wind. Zero visibility. 2 options. A. Uphill to summit building. Closer, but against wind. B. Downhill to tree line. Farther, but sheltered. Most choose wrong. What's your move? You know the answer as the storm hits. Shelter is above. Safety is up. You should climb. But your brain resists. It invents fatal logic. First, sunk cost fallacy. You've climbed hours, endured pain. Turning back feels like losing everything. Protecting ego, not survival. Next, normalcy bias. First 3 hours were calm. Sky blue. Wind annoying, not dangerous. Families and sneakers. People stepping off cog railway with coffee and chili. Your brain trusts this memory, not the storm. Then chili dog dissonance. Warm food smells at summit trick your mind. If others eat here, how bad can it be? Hardest bias. Summit high reversal. The summit looms. Dopamine pulses. Danger seems over, even as wind tears your face. The mountain doesn't argue. It just waits for you to trust the wrong voice. He started early, fooled by calm. Winds at 40 miles per hour. Annoying but manageable. He checked summit cam. Blue. Clean, deceptive. A smart climber turns back here. He didn't. By halfway, wind doubled to 80 miles per hour gusts. Temperature dropped 40 degrees in 10 minutes. Still he pressed on. Logic failed him. Hours climbed. Cramps endured. Turning back seemed defeat. Sunk cost and summit high trapped him. Summit was too close to quit. His thoughts grew quiet. Not storm easing, but brain shutting down. He staggered, felt warm. Unzipped jacket. Paradoxical, undressing. Then silence. Calm he mistook for safety, but it was auditory shutdown. He collapsed 300 yards from shelter. Found almost peaceful, eyes half open. He passed the point of no return before knowing it. Story 2. The miracle. Same mountain, same morning, 2 hours earlier. He studied every detail. Wind maps, pressure, avalanche reports. Mount Washington doesn't predict weather. It manufactures it. Halfway, he saw the storm forming atop the peak. He didn't wait or debate. He turned back. Fear, sharp, clear, not panic, kept him alive. Then wind hit. Chest low, knees wide, 3 contact points. Physics, not ego, guided him. A gust tore a glove. He wrapped his bare hand in sleeve, preserving core warmth. Then silence. The storm inhaling before the next blast. He braced and survived. Hours later, frostbitten but conscious, answered every question. He survived by turning back while skill still mattered. Most people visit hell. Observatory crews live there. Most meet Mount Washington for a day. Crews endure 7 days sealed inside a steel capsule amid unending violence. 100-plus decibel roar, louder than chainsaws, presses day and night. You don't hear the wind. You feel it vibrating through floor, ribs, even teeth. Rooms rattle. Mugs slide on tables. Objects seem to want to move. The worst is infrasound. Low frequencies felt but unheard. It tightens stomach, raises heart rate, causes shadows in vision. Brain misinterprets vibrations. No ghosts, only biological breakdown. The wind taps, flexes the walls, knocks and hollow thumps. Yet crews step outside, joining the Century Club, leaning into 100-plus mph winds held up like invisible pillars. It's not thrill-seeking, but survival, a new relationship with fear. Up here, you measure more than storms. You measure your limits, instincts, and what survival demands when the world wants to rip the building apart. Instruments hum, walls tremble, but the vital readings aren't wind speed or temperature. They're lessons in enduring the invisible tests every mountain and mine deliver. Mount Washington doesn't kill because it's tall. It kills because it pretends to be safe until it isn't. Same trail, same hour, one in a hoodie, another crawling through 80 miles per hour wind. 2 realities. One mountain. That's the trap. It exposes every flaw. Body fails quietly. Brain lies to protect pride. Instincts mistake comfort for safety. Emotions reward the wrong moment. Many think the danger is cold, but the real danger is believing. Nothing bad has happened yet, so nothing bad will. Most didn't make one fatal mistake. They made many small ones in order. Overconfidence, denial, pride, optimism, confusion, warmth, small steps, small slips, then silence. Mount Washington waits quietly. Survivors notice warnings before the mountain stops speaking. Mount Washington doesn't care who you are. Not your strength, not your experience, not your confidence. More than 160 people have died here. Not because the mountain hunts, but because it waits. It tests if you notice warnings before they vanish. Up here, danger isn't the storm. It's when your brain whispers, "You're fine," just before everything goes white. For more on the world's deadliest places, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's next. If one mountain exposes the lies you tell yourself, what other places on Earth behave like predators? We're going there next.